It's your boy Matthew in the middle, coming at you at Be Like Water Media. It's 2 days now to the Royal Rumble of debates. We have one man who, as Donald Trump has said, has been locked up in a log cabin at Camp David. It's been intense over a week, going over his debate prep, doing everything from questions to mock debates to, as some Republicans think, testing the drugs that he's going to use so he can be smart, quick, fast, and, well, not look like the old man that he is. And on the other side, we have Donald Trump, who's spending his time getting ready for the debate the way he knows best, by doing absolutely no prep, saying anything he wants at rallies, changing his views, and yet at the same time getting ready to dominate Biden. It's been an interesting few weeks or months leading up to the debate. For a long time, all you kept hearing is Sleepy Joe and all these things about how Biden was terrible and he was old, and you see all these videos where he looks completely out of it. And I'm not saying he's not old or completely out of it. I guess that just shows you where we're at, that the two candidates we have are both old enough to remember, or old enough to at least have been born when Truman was president. And for those who are wondering, it's Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama. And then we get to our latest two presidents. It's a long time to go. So Trump and his Republican allies have been downplaying now Biden's abilities. Instead of saying that he's so Sleepy Joe, they're talking about all the drugs he's going to be on, and that they want a drug test beforehand. Make sure he's not taking any PEDs, I would imagine. Yes, folks, we've now embroiled PEDs into the debate prep. In fact, one congressman, Ronnie Jackson, was talking about how they probably spent all weekend trying out different combinations of drugs, which ones would get him sharp, which ones would get Biden ready, which ones would get him completely in the zone. And then other doctors in Congress have said the same thing. They said all this after, of course, Joe Biden's State of the Union, too, because once again he came out and looked very much alive. I guess the thing is, yes, they're both old men, and they're both going to have moments where they're old men thinking and old men acting and old man movement. Especially when Biden sits there with that blank old man face. At least Trump's resting face is angry old man, so he looks a little more alive. Biden has to look a little more alive tomorrow, Thursday, because that's really what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to which man can stand up there and be the most coherent. Now, unlike all other debates, this is the earliest we've ever had a debate between the two presidential candidates. It's also only one of two, which means it's really going to carry a lot of weight. And this is also the first time where you're going to have two presidents on stage for a debate. The last time that happened was when Grover Cleveland was president, lost, and then ran for president again and won, which will give someone like Donald Trump hope that maybe this could repeat itself. He's already been down-talking the CNN debaters, Jake Tapper, calling them losers, while the Biden team says nothing. Right now, the amazing stuff will happen, not almost in the debate, but the spin afterwards. You'll see which gotcha lines came out and what they prepared, and you'll see which remarks stuck or stung. I think this is where at least Biden's prep comes into help, because if he can remember some of the good punchlines or counter punches, he can really get Trump. While Trump's going to probably repeat some of the same lines he always repeats, which seems to always work. So why would he change it right now? Biden's team has been talking that they're really going to focus on the January 6th and the rioters and Trump's desire to pardon them and to actually calls them patriots, while Trump's team is going to hit on Biden for his immigration, inflation, I'm trying to think of another I, and invasion. But that's probably part of the immigration invasion. So yeah, you're going to have one debate. This is also going to be the first time that neither of these guys have had any prior debates beforehand. If you remember in 2020, Biden had to debate other primary rivals, the same as Trump in 2016. And so coming into the 2024 debates, it's going to be mano a mano first time. And by the time they do the second debate in the fall, I mean, they say that pretty much 70% of everybody or 80% of everybody will already have made their decision. So it just tells you how much this debate carries the weight. So will Joe Biden show up, be cognizant, be sharp, hit Trump where it matters? And will Trump show up and be or stay in his lane and not get too aggressive like he did last debate or the first debate last time, where he was just ultra aggressive? He needs to stay within his talking points and not drift too much, where he talks about stuff like dishwashers and shower heads and windmills. It's funny, there's also things you can bet on for this debate. Like, how many times will Joe Biden mention his son, Beau? The over-under is 2.5. So will he mention Beau 3 times? Or how many times will Trump mention Hunter Biden, which is 4 times? So I'm going to go with the under Beau, saying he's only mentioned him once or twice, but definitely the over on Hunter. I imagine they are going to pound Hunter Biden. Anytime you talk about Trump's conviction, you're going to hear about Hunter Biden's conviction. And it's really going to be a debate where it's going to be interesting to see how much is policy and how much is personal. And we'll be coming at you debate night at Be Like Water Media with up-to-date information, and I guess to see who won, and also come back and see how we did on our bets. This is Matthew in the middle coming at you now.